Welcome, everyone. I'm Kimberly Boschman, and this is the Intentionally Intuitive Podcast. In this episode, we're going to take a look at the full moon that's coming up on September 29th. We're going to take a look at each individual life path number and the forecast that this full moon could bring forth. Before we do that, this, of course, is a general reading. If you would like a personalized reading where we'll take a deep dive into your own numerology chart or forecasts, just book some time with me. I would love to work with you. The information for my website and to book is in the description box below. All right, let's get into it. Life path 3. So for you all, this full moon is highlighting your own energy. So this is a 3 cycle for you all. And you have puffin energy coming through. So I love this actually. And this is also sort of your energy as well. So with puffin, there's this energy of like childlike wonder, trusting yourself, freedom to be yourself, freedom to just, do the things that make you happy. This is kind of like the Fool energy in tarot. So it's like, there can be a little bit of naivety when it comes to the Fool energy, but it's sort of like that, you know what, I want to do this. I'm going to take the risk. I'm going to just go all in. I'm going to do it, right? With whatever it is that you might want to do. This is that invitation to say, what is it that you're like holding yourself back from that you've been wanting to do so bad for so long, but you keep talking yourself out of it for whatever reason? With puffin coming through, with you working with your own 3 energy, this is absolutely a green light to be like, the more authentic, the better, the more like childlike, right? Like that childlike wonder, that childlike innocence, that kind of, naivety, in a sense. Just giving yourself permission to step fully into that, lean into it, see where it takes you. Because with 3 energy, and especially when we have a 3 cycle, that 3 cycle can really put an emphasis on some of the main keynotes of the 3 energy, right? So for you all, it's really potentially going to be highlighting those areas where you are holding yourself back, where you are minimizing yourself, where you're neglecting your own joy. Where is it that you're like overly restrictive? Where, there's a part of you that just wants to bust free and express yourself a certain way or say things a certain way or just be you. Especially with 3 energy, there can be a lot of, it's such big energy that people just don't understand it a lot of times. And so, it's not uncommon for 3s to be seen as the weirdos or the ones who are like, more childlike, just like want to have fun and want to experience life and want to just do fun stuff. And they're the romantics and the optimists and the idealists, right? And, people can be a little bit because, I think people wish they could be more like that a lot of times, right? And so, it's not uncommon for 3s to often hear, oh, grow up or, be more professional or be more, conform more or whatever the case may be. And so really, this is not a lifetime for that. This is a lifetime for just being goofy, having fun, there's a serious side as well, right? But there's also this side of it's a creative life force, right? And so creativity is messy. Creativity is meant to be fun, right? That's how we open up to our imagination and all these things. And so my point is, of all this rambling, is that this full moon is really highlighting or meant to highlight where it is that you are minimizing yourself, restricting yourself, holding yourself back, not giving yourself permission to, be goofy, wild, and fun. Not too extreme where, you're sort of dismantling your whole life, but it's not taking the things serious that need to be taken serious. But it's really that giving yourself permission to be as uniquely you as possible. Like that's one thing I absolutely love about 3 energy and especially 3 cycles. It like really just kind of opens the floodgates for us to be quirky and weird and different and unique and celebrate that, right? To really truly celebrate that uniqueness, because the 3 really does see like, mundane or conformity as boring. It's like, what's the point of just having a bunch of clones when, we can have all this like this myriad of colors and just different stuff. So anyway, my point is this full moon is probably going to say, where is it that you're holding yourself back? Where is it that there's a part of you that wants to come out and express itself, but you're holding that back because of fear of judgment, fear of not being understood, fear of shame or whatever, right? Or fear of, your own fear of maybe expressing yourself and not liking it, not liking that part of yourself or whatever. Like, do you know what I mean? So it's kind of like, maybe you're like, I don't know, maybe there's something you want to try or you think you want to try it. And so you try it and then you're like, I don't really like this. And then, I don't know, you could like self-judge or whatever. But it's okay. Like, at least you tried it. At least you gave yourself permission to try it once, whatever it may be. So I really do kind of see this energy as a green card for you to let out that more expressive side, that more childlike, innocent side, that, just doing something new and different, but that feels very uniquely you. Yeah. So I would say if there's anything that you've wanted to try to do, and you might not know how it's going to turn out, and that's okay, right? Just trust yourself, trust the universe that it will present you with what you need to be able to do whatever this is, especially if this is a creative project. It's very much supported at this time for you to put in your own unique flair, right? Your own sort of fingerprint in whatever this is. Because especially if it's a creative project, if it's too uniform, if it's too staying within the lines, it's not really going to be all that it could be, right? And so it has to feel true for you. And this is kind of more specific towards creative projects. So if there's something that you're working on and you keep sort of tweaking it because you want to try to modify it enough so that it fits other people's expectations or whatever. If it doesn't have your own unique creative flair, there's really going to be something missing with it. And so this energy is saying, don't forget to put in that piece of you that makes this yours, right? Does that make sense? Anyway. So this is a really fun full moon for you all. I mean, it can just be that green light, and it's Aries energy. So it's saying, what is it about yourself that you are neglecting, that you're not honoring, that you're not putting out into the world for fear of, again, shame or whatever the case may be? Where is it that you're neglecting your joy? And how can you ignite that and honor that? And yeah, just give yourself permission to play more and create more and figure out what it is that makes you joyful, that brings you joy, right? So I love this energy for you all. I really do. It's like anytime the 3 sort of gets a push from the universe to really just embrace and step into their own uniqueness, I see that as such a big win because, the world needs that uniqueness, right? It doesn't need more of the same. It doesn't need, people who keep trying to fit into the mold, because we're not going to get anything new that way. Creation doesn't happen, true creativity, true creation doesn't really happen from just reinventing the wheel. We need that uniqueness. We need that creative flair. We need that weirdness. And so I love when energy comes through that supports the 3 to really dive in and really embrace that side of themselves. So I hope you do that. I hope it's a great full moon. Take care, 3s. Bye for now.